Welcome to the Broken Tusk live again. Here we are. I can't believe I'm still doing this, but here. Today, what I really want to talk about is sensory motor amnesia, which is something that most people don't know about because, well, wait a minute. This has something to do with awareness again. So, awareness, it just keeps coming back around with everything I have to say, but here's why that's important is because most people that I hear complain about, oh, my back, it just kind of hurts to get up, or, oh, I hurt this shoulder years ago and now it's really bothering me. I can't reach my arm over my head, whatever it is. And they say, oh, it's just because I'm getting older. Well, getting older physiologically is not just structural breakdown. You're not broken. Your body has learned and adapted to the things that you do. You know this to be true because if you're looking at this on a phone, I want you to pay attention to what you're doing right now. If your head is tilted down like this, you're putting so much stress on the muscles on the back of your body. Everything is trying to make sure that you don't tear or ruin something. And so if you're doing this, you've probably been doing it for a while. I would venture to say a few years. Well, your body has now adapted. And so it's normal for you to look down for an extended period of time. This is true of all of our senses, which is an easier way to understand it. You know that if somebody burns the toast, how at first it's just, whoa, everybody smells it. And then after a while, it just fades into the background. Same thing if you hear a car alarm, it'll drive you nuts at first, but if somebody doesn't come out and turn it off, eventually it just kind of goes into the background and you get used to it. If you're wearing a metal, like a metal ring or a bracelet, that maybe at first you feel the cold of it on your skin, but after a while you just don't notice it anymore. We know this is also true in movement because if you're riding a bicycle, at first you're putting forth a lot of effort. You're thinking left foot, right foot, keep those pedals going. But eventually you're not thinking about pedaling anymore. You are admiring the beautiful countryside. Well, this is true in our bodies, that we go to sleep with how we sit, with how we stand, with how we've been doing things for years. Maybe you've been carrying a heavy bag on one shoulder. Maybe you've been on your feet for hours a day and not really paying too close of attention to your posture. Maybe you've been injured and what you're doing now is you're laying back in a chair, which means that your lower body, your quadratus lumborum, have said, okay, we're on break, and they're not doing anything. And then you go to get up and suddenly you've got pain on the sides of your legs. These are things that your body has learned, but clinical somatics helps you unlearn them. This is what's so cool. What Thomas Hanna did in studying neurobiology of how our brain communicates with our bodies, he came up with a very efficient education system for sensation and movement. Because the idea here is that if you can regain sensation of your body, the stuff that you've gone to sleep to, you can start to gain control over how you move your body. And that can reverse years of dysfunctional movement patterns, dysfunctional holding patterns. This is what it's good for, because most people, when they say that they're sore or they're in pain, aren't really connecting with the fact that there are muscles that are holding your body in certain positions. When you can learn to voluntarily release those chronic muscular contractions, you are in control of how you feel. So that's kind of the point of why I want to come on live, is that I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is not something that you have to get expensive courses to learn and it's going to, that there are many tiers of it. No, you just need to find what works and then do more of it. Which is why I've come on to say that I'm the person that helps you find the thing that works. I know way too many things, so not just clinical somatics, because the thing is that I work with the whole person. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, and we won't go into that right now, but that's sort of in the background of everything that I do. And then the techniques that I teach to focus the mind are all from Kriya Yoga and Tantra, And clinical somatics, which is the neuromuscular re-education, is how I work with the body, with the idea that we just find what works so that you can start doing it, so that you can be self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency is key. Now, I've been working in a medical clinic for a few years, and what I've noticed is that people who are in pain have a really hard time focusing on their sensation, because the sensation that you're usually feeling is pain. So, knowing that this is true, and knowing that just saying you should relax, or you should close your eyes, or you should just learn to meditate are really unhelpful things to say. I've taken all of my experience in what I've seen work on people in chronic pain, and I've seen hundreds of people walk through these clinics, probably maybe even more than hundreds, but a lot. And so I've seen the things that work, and I've seen the things that don't work. And what I've done is I've compiled a course that I'm going to have on Teachable called Soma Yoga, the Art and Science of Relaxation, which takes you in baby steps into that internal world, by starting with focusing on the outside, then creating that bridge to the inside, and then ending in conscious movement, which is clinical somatics and some Feldenkrais and Alexander technique things. So I've been busily putting this together. It's the culmination of everything that I've been doing for a few years. And what I want to say is that if you jump onto my website and sign up for to be a Broken Tusk Insider, there will be promo codes for the course when it comes out. And in addition, right now, I put together a resource on 3 particular remedies from Ayurveda and Chinese medicine that I know are powerhouses that really work. They're topical pain relievers. I put that together for the people in the clinic, and I'm really happy to share it with all my Broken Tusk Insiders too. So my goal is to get folks to my website. You know that I have a monthly Pain Matters newsletter too, and at any point you can jump onto my website, schedule a free call with me. I'd be happy to talk to you about clinical somatics, and let's set up a time, because if you're in pain, if you're feeling your shoulder, your back, whatever, I've probably got a solution that can help you get control over your own body so that you can walk yourself out of pain. It's what I do. It's what I'm really happy to do. And if you stuck with this video this long, give me a call. Let's talk about it. I will be back again next Thursday to talk about how to start your own personal practice. So a week from now, check in at 8 o'clock, because starting your own personal practice can be a challenge, and I'm going to talk about how I started mine and maybe give you some suggestions, something that you can do. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this live. I will catch you a week from today. Have a bright, sunshiny day.